Hey, welcome back to the Chammy, the only Chammy on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, really, really cute dogs. I think Puppy Rooney might be feeling a little better today, which makes me feel a little better. Ruby and Gypsy have probably gone off to Grandpire's room where they will find exotic treats in store for them. So if you want to get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard, you can donate to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Please, no super chat, super thank you, super stickers for the live tarot card readings. I used to do a thing where I would let people from countries who YouTube blocked get free tarot card readings, but I don't even think that we are able to connect with them anymore in any way, shape, or form. So if you do want to donate to the Chammy through a super chat, super sticker, super thank you, just know that all your donations to the channel go to my friend Travis Leak, who is a prisoner of war in Moscow, Russia. And all the money that will go from ad revenue on this channel and your donations to super chat, super thank you, and super stickers will all go to Travis's mother so that she is able to feed her son in the situation he's in. Hey, Sophie, I was just thinking about you today. How are you, sweetheart? It's so good to see you. Also, if you have found us and we're not live, skip to the end for the free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who maybe comes by, gets a reading, doesn't get a reading, maybe finds me when I'm not live. Well, I literally am. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that you need to understand about my house. It's literally like the movie House, that house in the movie Poltergeist. This house is built on top of a graveyard. The only tombs that are still standing are like the marked ones outside with stones. And then the ones that are over by where just the founders of the city are buried. So yes way. So I've been friends with the historian for years. In fact, I met him at a gas station not too far away from my home, and I had seen that it said Roswell historian. So I said, "Are you the Roswell historian?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do." And we got to talking, and then him and my mom and I would chat, and we'd email back and forth, and sometimes we'd see each other, when we were driving around town, like at the gas station or at the park or something to that effect. But it wasn't until I moved here into this specific house here in the historic Mill Village where I had an incident where I needed a police officer to come to my home to help me with something. Hey, Mojo, it's so nice to see you too, sweetheart. Happy Halloween, or Halloweeny soon. So an officer pulled up to the front yard, and this tall, older, handsome man gets out of the car. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" "Oh, please don't tell me that you live here now." And it was the Roswell historian. I didn't realize that he was a Roswell police officer. So we start talking about the history instead of the incident that I needed to report, which wasn't a dangerous incident or anything like that. But I still needed him to come out here to make the report in general. A friend of mine left the house, and I didn't want them to be able to just come back. So I needed to report an incident of what they had done when they had arrived and the condition they were in when they left, so that someone could do a wellness check. But when I spoke to him that day, Officer Hitz, this was what I call him now. Mr. Hitz was like, "You got to understand something about the house you live in. This, from this street to down to this street, from here to this on the map, is where the actual graveyard was." So it makes me wonder, after all these years, knowing that this is the first town that Sherman came to prepare for battle to take Atlanta. Was this area over here by the mill, was this just where they buried all their dead and they just dumped a lot of the bodies? Was this like some kind of So I can't get the truth. You know, I can't get the truth because I have to go all the way south of Atlanta to Jobo and find out if in their historic records down in some basement, it's a creepy place, which I haven't been to in years. But I'm sort of wondering if this was like some kind of mass grave for that time. I do know that the Trail of Tears starts in my neighborhood. So I do have all the ghost hunting equipment up and running. I got a much better speaker. I'm going to put the battery in the REM pod. Do I believe in werewolves? I do believe that I had seen one when I was younger. It could have just been a very amazing costume. I've met people who have said they are vampires. I think that anything's possible. I mean, my roommate's grandmother thinks that she was abducted by aliens. You know, what right do I have to tell her that she's crazy? I don't. And definitely when you look at him, there are definitely some things that are definitely alien-esque about Uncle Fester. It's just my new nickname for my friend. But yeah, so just understand that, like, you know, anything is just possible. So like, I think I was about 7 or 8 when I had my encounter, and it was in the cul-de-sac at the end of the neighborhood. So let's just say that this is like a development. Let's say each star on the card is a house. So let's just say we lived on this star, and there was a cul-de-sac over here, and the cul-de-sac over here. So basically what would happen is everyone said, never go down that cul-de-sac because it's just there are people down there that we just don't want the kids down there playing. It's dangerous. So none of us kids ever went that way. So we would always like go up in the woods or over to the park or on the old train tracks to play because, well, you know, we could ride our bikes over there and not worry about whatever was in the cul-de-sac. It wasn't until Halloween. It was probably Halloween. I was probably like 8. So it had to have been sometime in the 90s. Like I was real little. So I was with my brother and his girlfriend at the time, Shannon, who is now my sister-in-law and has been for many years. They went with me and another brother-in-law. But the brother-in-law was like the little brother of the guy my sister's married to. So it was all of us, and we went trick-or-treating. And my brother Steve, who is, well, let's just say he grew up to be an Aikido master, which is what they call a Shion. I don't know if you're familiar with martial arts or anything like that. Now he's an oncology nurse, but at the time, him and Shannon were like getting really into that kind of stuff together. And they've always kind of been like this power couple where like she'll do something so he'll do it too, or he'll do something so she'll get real into it too. It's kind of cute. Maybe too cute. But so at the time they weren't afraid of nothing. They're like, we're going to take you kids down in every house. We're going to get you all the candy you want. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go down that cul-de-sac because, you know, Mr. Willis and Dad and Mom and even your parents have all warned us to not go down there. And my brother wasn't having it because, you know, he was an adult at the time. So he was going to kick anybody's butt who messed with us that night. So, but yeah, we went down in the cul-de-sac. And I mean, I'm telling you, it was pretty creepy. It could have been a costume. I don't know. But we got down in that cul-de-sac and it's like it turned into Michael Jackson's Thriller werewolf. Like, oh God, it was just terrifying. And I'll never know if it was a costume or not, but it did go, it really great acting. I was convinced. We all were convinced. Even my brother, the badass motherfucker, was convinced. And thank goodness, you know, so our house was here on this star, and then Shannon's house was like right next door. Like I think it was us, and then our preacher at church, and then Shannon and her parents, and then the cul-de-sac. So we were relatively close to Shannon's parents' house, and we ran back the other way and got into Shannon's parents' house. Thank God her mom wasn't asleep yet, and they let us in. And she closed the door, and she's like, "My gosh, what's going on out there?" And her dad's like, "Do I need to get the gun?" And her mom's like, "No, because we've had a few, just one or two drinks, and guns and drinking don't, mix. So just sit down." But whatever it was, like, tore up the front yard. It went crazy. We did call 911. I guess they called the police just to have someone come out and check the neighborhood because it was pretty weird. I mean, now in Florida is the kind of place, especially the West Coast there, the central West Coast, Clearwater, Largo, Florida, Seminole, St. Pete. Back then it was still pretty rural. We still had tons of orange grove farms, and, you could wake up in the morning and smell the orange blossoms from miles away, and the beach at the same time, and the ocean. Can you imagine? My sister says they're pretty much all gone now, though. But you could get eaten very easily. You could probably still get eaten easily or killed easier than, say, if you were just camping maybe in Alabama, Georgia. Even though Georgia's the most rural state, like the south of Georgia is pretty rural, pretty recluse. But there's panthers in Florida. There's snakes of unusual, rats of unusual size, bugs of unusual size, lizards, dragons, birds of unusual sizes. Just crazy, absolute craziness. I mean, and crocodiles and alligators, and they all want to take a nap under your car because that's probably the coolest place it can find to chill out, But I lived in constant fear of getting eaten while living there. So I don't really know that I want to live there again. Hey, Kimberly, how are you, dear? So what should I be for my Halloween birthday party? Should I be Elvira? Should I be a fairy? Should I be a zombie? Should I be Elvira as a zombie fairy? I know you said you were going to be Pearl. Just be a pitchfork. Kimberly, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome to the haunted house, the only haunted house on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading. But yeah, Sophie, the house is on a graveyard. Now, the people who own the plot next door, they decided not to build a house there. They wanted it to be more like a place for families and the neighbors to be able to get together, walk their dogs, have a picnic. Plus the creep factor of there being graves that are unmarked there. Love the barrette. Isn't it cute? It's actually not a barrette. So I have this, I don't care if my hair gets messed up, but so I have like this thing for spiders. So I found this little box that was like round like this and clear at like some furniture store years ago, and it had all these beautiful glittery black spiders, and I like to take this one out this time of year, or any time of year really, especially this time of year, and just kind of sit her there in my hair. You're right. I could be anything I want. What are you going to be for Halloween, Kimberly? I'm really finding it difficult to get the wings made. I really should just go ahead and get the wings made. Maybe I'll be like Elvira and a fairies, and maybe I'll be like Elvira and if Elvira and a zombie had a baby. Oh gosh. This one year I was a zombie and it was so much fun going out to school with like my eye hanging off my face. Oh yeah, they loved that in 3rd grade. I really want to finish the wings that I've been working on. I just don't, I don't know. I'm just, I guess I'm just procrastinating because I'm terrified that the design I made, I guess I'm terrified the design I designed will be more difficult to cut with the cry cut machine than say the original wing I did with just using an X-Acto knife. So my friend, Fancy Fairy Angela, designed some wings, and you've probably seen them in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. But the way that she designed them is pretty much how they're made. It doesn't mean that like she designed, say, the style, but the actual design of getting them on the back, getting the frame made. And she makes a lot of different ones too. So this one I designed. I hand cut all of this out. And I'm going to try to turn this into a file and put it into my cry cut machine, which I've never used before. But my dad got it for me as a gift several years ago. So I thought I'd take it out and try to make her wings. I just have never gotten around to doing it because I spent so much time cutting this one out by hand and designing it. I'm afraid that, like, I don't know, I guess I'm afraid that the machine won't be able to cut it. It was quite difficult. But I'm going to try, if it fails, it fails. If it works, it works. It might be worth it. And if anything, at least I'll have a pair of wings for the dogs, maybe. I don't know. So I'm probably going to work on that later this evening after the live. You're right. You're right. So if it will cut, which I'm pretty sure it will. I don't have the blade that Angela suggests for the cry cut, but I did some research on the blade I do have that comes with the cry cut, and it says that you can use the fine point blade to cut the cardboard. But I've used very thin cardboard. I'm thinking that her cardboard that she used might be like poster board, maybe. She didn't really say in the tutorial, if it was, but this is so thin. I'm pretty sure the fine point blade will cut this. But I don't know because it is kind of intricate. So I'm just not sure. I'll just have to see. I'll just have to see what happens. I noticed in her tutorial she had 2 separate pieces, whereas I've kind of just made one big wing. I don't know. I guess I had just imagined them kind of just being tinier than some of the bigger ones that she makes. Oops, I lost my Spidey. So yeah, we'll just see how they come out. And hopefully I'll wear them Thursday for the Halloween birthday show. Stay in there, Spidey. So it's so good to see someone from New York. So many people come by and are from New York. We get a lot of New York. We get a lot of Texas. I get a lot of Los Angeles. I rarely get people from where I'm from, which is Atlanta. Well, thanks so much. Yeah, thank you. I love that lamp. Maybe one day I'll turn it on and use it during a live. Sometimes I do tarot and hair and talk to the ghosts. But yeah, so this is the REM pod. I don't know if you can see it, so let me just turn the screen a little bit so that you maybe can see it. There we go. This is the REM pod, and I'll turn this on and ask the spirits if they'd like us to know they're here. Please touch it if they're unable to speak into the spirit box, which I haven't turned the spirit box on yet, which I probably should do now. Ask it some questions while I wait for more people to come in and visit. Usually I'm on a little bit later in the evening. Sometimes I'll do lives about 3 times a day, but I've been wanting to save more notifications for music, or if I'm doing live readings, if I get cut off from the internet or something. Well, this is disappointing. The speaker is dead, which makes no sense because it was fully charged last night. I turned it off. It should not be dead. Okay, yes, please come by and check out more lives. There's usually more people in here and we chat. It'd be great to get to know you, Kimberly. If you have any questions about the ghost equipment or tarot, feel free to ask. And asking for advice is free too. Like, you don't have to pay for that or anything. Hopefully we'll be getting a very different type of spirit box here soon from an inventor that I met. I guess I'm gonna have to go put this on the charger. I'm so sad that it's not charged. I'll be right back. Boo. Yes, Spirit, we know. Okay, now that REM pod is just going off because I moved the drawer in the desk for a moment. Okay, maybe I will keep that other speaker for times like this. Hey, how are you, Angelus? Long time no see, dear. How are you? I'm just trying to get the spirit box speaker charged up and get the other speaker going. The situation's kind of making me feel like maybe I do need to keep that other speaker, despite not being so pleased with it. Oh. Yep. I like nighttime too. Okay, got the speaker charging.
AUX mode.
The other speaker's way better. I mean, I hate to have to send this speaker back. I wish it would actually work properly, but it doesn't for what I need it for. Whereas the other smaller speaker, it works pretty well. The way it should with the pedals. And this keeps going in and out, even if I fully charge it. I'm not sure why. I sure do love this speaker. I hate that it cuts out like that. I don't understand it. I mean, I have a noise gate on. It should not be making that noise at all.
Bluetooth mode. AUX mode.
Like, why does it do that?
Bluetooth mode.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back.
I'll come in there for you.
Yeah, I'll just come in there for a minute. Okay, I guess this speaker just doesn't work because I've come back and it's not working at all. So it's definitely going to have to get sent back. It's a crapshoot. It's so strange. You should not be sitting here silent. The fuck? The fuck, Spirit?
AUX mode.
God, that is super loud and annoying. There's any spirits that want to speak to us. So does that mean that the lights will like light up when a voice comes through? Okay. Hi. Hi, Spirit. Are you happy? We came back to talk to you again tonight. Spirit, what's your name? Spirit, if you can't speak into the spirit box, would just be speaking into it, you know. You can just say something. Maybe you can transmit a thought if you can have a thought. Yep. Spirit, what's your name? Do you want to tell me what your name is, Spirit? I hate that it cuts out like that. But I like how the speakers light up when a voice comes through. That might be very helpful in the future of building the spirit box around the speaker. Hi, what's your name, Spirit? I hate that it cuts out like that. Why does it do that? It doesn't do that on the other speaker. Maybe I will have to do my research on this particular speaker. See if it's doing this to anyone else. Spirit, have you been here before with us? Spirit, have you been here before with us? Be right back. Yes, Spirit. The spirit box did break for a while, but you're back now. Well, I'm so stoked you found this channel too, Kimberly. It's always nice to have a new face around. Spirit, can you tell us how many of you are there? How many spirits are there talking to us or are hearing my voice? That was me. They only did that because I put my phone down on the charger. Okay, I have to keep this speaker because that is just so cool. Every time a voice comes through, the speaker lights up. Even if it does go on mute for a moment, I can't imagine why it's doing that, but maybe some of the people on Amazon will know. Or maybe I can get a speaker that doesn't do that. I bought it used on Amazon because it was like $5 cheaper. And then the speaker brand new went up like $25. It's like, hey, Metal Rain, how are you, sweetheart? So this speaker lights up when a voice comes through. So I just realized that about this speaker. So I might keep it even though it goes out momentarily for a few moments. Because the reason I originally got this speaker is because I wanted to be able to make it portable because it's got that nice handle on it that's very sturdy. But the pedals I want for it are very expensive. I'm having a difficult time getting anything to work to make these pedals, which only work by AC adapter. Like, they tell you how to do it on YouTube. There's a couple girls who show you how to do it, but every time I order something off of eBay or Amazon or from a electronical store trying to put it together, like, I just can't get a 9-volt battery extension to work just by plugging it in. So I'm keeping the speaker, definitely. Spirit box, do you like your new spirit box? Yep. Okay. Okay, take your time. Be safe. Safety first. Okay, Spirit. All right. Spirit, what's your name? Okay, welcome back, Metal Rain. Metal Rain, were those links that you sent me last night, were those to Ileana's music? Yes, okay. I'll be sure to watch them. I think the only time I was embarrassed doing a gig was I had a rather passionate hand drummer, and he just kept playing the hand drums over me. So I was like screaming the whole gig, which was okay, but it was really embarrassing, and I eventually just walked off stage and was like, I can't anymore. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how much of a chance do you think you would get a yes out of Ileana if you said to her, do you dig your own music? I'm just curious if I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm curious if she likes her own music. If you guys have talked about that before. Yeah, you told me how bad the gig went. It doesn't have to be that difficult. This is what happens when you don't have solid members in the band and you guys are tight. Like, you have to be tight. And even if the other guys aren't tight, you got to be tight with yourself, because at least that still gives you a chance to it kind of gives you a chance. God, my ends are still pretty thick. It still gives you that chance to be the leader of the pack, be the leader of the band, take control so that the band, flows with you. She just might not be capable of it or not know how, because maybe she's never experienced someone taking her hand and showing her how. It's not my style, though, so I would say lower for myself. Okay. So why is it not your style of music? It doesn't have... I don't think it really has to be your style of music to enjoy it. I mean, I think a song could be from anywhere, really. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you just don't. I don't personally know what kind of music you like, but I like all kinds of music, so... Hey, Maria. How are you, sweetheart? I'm just over here playing Cousin It. Under here somewhere. Did you ask your honey bunny if he's gonna go to the doctor about his face? Or did he say he was gonna... Oh, my edges are slaying now. She calls her style a nacho, a narco. Well, my style's cannolier. I'm kidding. He said, I don't want to go to dog, but he will. Wait. See how he wakes. Okay. You know, the second day is always, you know, Saturday the 14th is always worse than Friday the 13th. I'll probably wake up and feel worse tomorrow. Poor thing. Poor guy. Oh, anarchy with an O. Anarchy with an O. Anarchy with an O. Okay. That's interesting. I know, I just watched it. I just watched Saturday the 14th. That's why I said that. My dad and I watched it earlier today. Yeah, see, you felt it too. I didn't even have to tell you. I knew that something would happen. Oh. Is it black and blue, his eye? Hi, Daddy. What is it?
You want to pick a waffle?
Yeah, as long as it's not a banana.
No, it's not.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I gotta feed the dog soon.
Immediately, 2 ones, 2 men. Really not for some men. As it came up and moving it. You want to feed them?
Yes, Daddy. Let me get the list of all the questions for the spirit. The spirits. I did that. Not a ghost. Okay, I've got the list of questions. Okay, I once again I did that. That's probably not the best place for the REM pod because I lean a lot on the desk, but it's a little swollen, but the eye's red and it hurts. He said, "Yeah, it hurts. He needs to go to the ER." Tomorrow will be black and blue. Hi, Spirit. What's your name? What's your name, Spirit? We would love to know. Hi. Hello. Do you know where you are right now, Spirit? Spirit, do you know where you are right now? No? Spirit, what's your name? Spirit, can you tell me your name? How many spirits are there? Hi. 30. 30 spirits are there? Can you tell us your names? What's your name, Spirit? Work? Are there any favorite memories you would like to share, Spirit? Do you have any favorite memories? Spirit, do you have any favorite memories that you'd like to share? Hey. Can you describe what you look like? Spirit, can you describe what you look like? Spirit, can you describe what you look like? Was that a guitar? Kurt Cobain, are you there? Coffee. Can you tell us the year you passed away? Hey, Jazzy Dreamer, welcome back to the Chammy. The only haunted house on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Spirit, can you tell us what year you passed away? Yeah, Kurt Cobain likes to come and hang out. Okay, Mattman, if you're there, please touch the REM pod. Mattman, do you have the night? Usually when we hear the guitar through the spirit box, it's usually Kurt Cobain. Okay, so I guess Matthew Perry's not here, but if Matthew Perry does come back, please touch the REM pod and let us know you're here, dear. I know it's been a long time. I'm just going to go down the list of the spirits that have talked to us. So I probably set off the REM pod because I just dropped my scissors back onto this. So I'm just going to close the drawers, to the desk and be done touching the desk. So that will stop. Matt Man, if you're there, please touch the REM pod. Kurt Cobain, will you say something to us through the REM pod? Okay, what about Pee Wee Herman? Are you there, Pee Wee? Are any of the spirits that we've talked to in the past here with us now? Do you feel free, spirit? What is your name? What is your name? What's your name, spirit? What did you like to do for fun during your life? What did you like to do for fun during your life, spirit? Do you often visit this place where I live? Do you often visit this place, spirit, where I live? Do you often visit this place where I live, spirit? Have you been here before, spirit? Are you here? Spirit, what was your favorite food when you were alive? Do you have a favorite food that maybe we can offer you to speak with us? Spirit, do you have anything that you want to say to anybody in the chat? No? Hey. Hey, Spirit, what's your name? Can you share with us what your name is? What is something that you're proud of in your life? Hey, Sugar, welcome back, sweetheart. Oh, you're so welcome. I saw that you had said that, what was it that you were afraid of that you would, I just glimpsed at it when it went by. I hadn't actually opened it yet. You were afraid to say something to her about your feelings, honey? Oh, that's sweet of you. It's very sweet of you. It's very, very sweet of you. I love cookies. I still feel like this side of my hair is a little bit too thick. So then what you say is, I worry that what I'm about to say would maybe make you feel uncomfortable or like I don't appreciate you or like I'm being immature, but I only just want to bring up my feelings because that's what friends do. That's what friends are for. And, you know, this is what I'm feeling. And I just want to make sure that, you know, our friendship is intact. Like, you know, that, because you're not trying to sound like that. You just want to make sure that you guys are on the same page with your friendship. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I've done that with so many of my friends because, you know, that's how you feel. You don't want them to feel uncomfortable, but you got to say something that you want to say, you know, so you just put it to them the easiest way that you can, because I mean, instantly anyone who's really truly your friend is going to understand and not take it personally like that. Spirit, what is something that you're proud of from your lifetime? Yeah, it can be a bummer when your parents are upset with you, for sure. Why does it just feel so thick right here? Hi, Spirit. Gypsy. Does anybody have a family member named Herb? Or anybody named Herb? It just said that name. That's why I'm asking. If not, I do know somebody named Herb. Is that you, Herb? Yeah, your dad just wants to make sure you've got the right person in your life, but it's okay if you put off meeting those guys. There's nothing wrong with that. You never know, you might fall in love. But at the same time, don't do anything that, you think is going to trigger you. And you just have to tell your daddy that, like, maybe dating and meeting guys right now is triggering you. Because you want to work a little bit more on yourself or something so that, you don't start feeling triggered. He feels burdened. Do you know what he's feeling burdened by, honey? Just wanting to make sure that if something happens to him, his baby girl is taken care of. Do you see what I'm saying? He probably comes from like the same place my dad comes from, where it's like, let's marry him off so we can make sure they're taken care of. Because that's what our fathers did, and our fathers did, and our fathers did. Yeah, socialite pressure. Yeah, that makes sense. Not my dad. He just kind of got over it. Like, he knows that, like, homie, don't play that. Like, I'm not just going to go and date for dating sakes. Like, I'm not just going to go and, I don't know. I've just never been that kind of person. Like, I feel obligated to have to do something that my parents think I should do. All right, Maria, sweet dreams, honey. Get some rest. We'll chat in the morning. I think my hair feels a little bit lighter now. I'll go wash it now and go to bed. Well, I mean, I'm not going to wash it now, but I'm going to wash it before I go to bed. Okay, let's do it. Let's get a reading, honey. But yeah, never be afraid to tell someone you love or, you know, that's your friend, how you're feeling. And if you feel hung up on, you know, like you were saying, you know, I'm afraid she'll think I'm being immature, or, you know, well, in that case, you just tell them up front. I don't want you to think I'm being immature or being a wuss or anything, but, you know, I just want to make sure we're on the same page as friends because our friendship is important to me. I've done it with Molly. I've done it with many people who I've, you know, my friendships just get better with them after, you know, exposing how I feel and letting them know how much their friendship means to me. And that's why I'm asking the questions I'm asking, you know, not to be like a pain or anything like that. Or Spirit, are you still there? Do you have any pets, Spirit? Spirit, do you have any pets? You have 8 pets? Okay. Is it the 8 squirrels out in the tree that live in the tree? Spirit, were you happy with the life you lived? Happy? Okay. No? How many spirits are there? Yeah, my hair feels so much better. Spirit, what's your name? Joe, your name? Joe, Steph. Joe and Steph. Yeah, okay, so your names are Joe and Steph, okay? Do you guys usually come in a pair, Joe and Steph? Is there anything you miss about being alive? And Jazzy Dreamer and Kimberly, if there's anything you want to ask the spirit box, you know, like the spirits can also telepathically pick up on your feelings, your emotions, and your thoughts as well. So you might want to play with it and test it like that as well. I'm going to go check on my dog real quick, Sugar. And get a drink before we start your reading. Is Salvatore is there to speak to Jazzy Dreamer? But you know, you're also not separate from them. So the less that you treat your parent who's passed on like they're a dead person, the more they're going to come alive again for you. Because they're really not dead. They just don't have their rental car anymore. I'll be right back. Ruby-Doo, Ruby-Doo. You know you're kind of just like Scooby-Doo. Careful, Jack. Okay. Come here, babe. Come here. Come on. Okay. Is she being too rough with you? Is she being too rough with my puppy? Being too rough with my puppy. My puppy boy. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just still very sensitive since he got stuck to the pillow. Like there's something going on with his I don't know, like his rib cage or something. I don't know, but well, they just the girl just being too puppies. Oh, puppies. Are you hungry? You show everyone how precious you are. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, sit down. Get away from him. Go lay down. Okay, stop, Spirit. Go lay down. Uh-oh. What's going on? Why is everyone having problems? I'm back. I'm just going to turn this down for a minute because I'm going to do Sugar's reading. And stop it, Spirit. Okay, Sugar, let's find out what you need to know, sweetheart. These are very valid questions, especially that last one that you asked. Let's ask that first. And since it is matters of the heart, I am going to use the Love Tarot and the Liminal Space deck. Spirit, just straight up, is AA only being nice because of obligation to not be rude? And what does Sugar need to know about that? Sugar, are you there, sweetheart? Nero was a good album. So was Bleach. So it seems like, yeah, she's only being nice right now because of the obligation to not be rude. So, Spirit, does that mean that she doesn't want to be rude? I mean, that's not entirely a bad sign. She doesn't want to be rude, but that is very weird that she didn't ask you to join. So Spirit's saying she doesn't want to be rude to you at all. So, yeah, she is. Yes, she's only being nice because of the obligation to not be rude. She's genuinely being nice to you in a way that she feels is her true authentic self in this Empress card. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, in my opinion. So yes, she's only being nice because of obligation to not be rude. She doesn't want to be rude to you at all. She does want to be her true authentic self to you. In that Empress card. Let's see. Does she not care that we just stopped hanging out? Does her friend not care that they just stopped hanging out? Does her friend not care that we just stopped hanging out only eat at other people's parties now? Like, what does she just not care? So no, it's not like that in the Tower card. No, it's not like that. Does she just not care? No. It's not, it's really not like that. That was kind of weird. So Spirit, does her friend care about her? Does AA care about Sugar? Does she genuinely care about Sugar? If she stopped reaching out, would her friend be relieved? So, does she think we're best friends, or does she not care? So, does she not care that we just stopped hanging out? No. But does she care about you? Yes, she does care genuinely about you. And then the question you just asked, if you stopped reaching out, would she be relieved? If she stopped reaching out, would she be relieved? Would her friend be relieved? Would her friend be relieved if she just stopped reaching out? That was also down. Those are also down. So I feel like in this card, it is saying, yes, she would be relieved if you stopped reaching out. But she would still keep seeking you out, like, because her conquest is to be friendly in general. So it might be feeling a little bit confusing, because it's like, yeah, she's only being nice out of the obligation to not be rude, but it's not like she wants to be rude to you at all. She just feels like she just wants to be nice to you. She doesn't want to be rude to you. The other question was, does she genuinely care about your friendship? Yes. And then, of course, before that, I asked, does she just not genuinely care? No. Because you're like, because you asked, does she not care that we just stop hanging out? No. But the thing about, would she be relieved? Well, yeah, she'd be relieved, but she'd still like want to be friendly. I'm not really sure why. So when you said tomorrow, when she said tomorrow about the cookies, what happened? Did you ask what time tomorrow? I mean, at the end of the day, she does genuinely want to be your friend. Did she get a new boyfriend or something? She must have been hanging out with some people that this is just what I'm picking up. She must have been hanging out with somebody that like either she felt you would not get along with, or maybe she felt that once again, you're single and the people that she was with are not single. Do you see what I'm saying? Because friends who are not single, they will do that to you. They will do that to you without realizing that it might hurt your feelings. Now, people who are normal and married or normal and in relationships, they'll invite the single people because they'll also invite their friends who are single. She just might not have a lot of friends who are single. She might have felt, well, it's a couple thing, and she might feel left out. I don't know. That's just what it feels like, would be the common sense regarding. Spirit, do you have any advice for Sugar on this situation of hers that she needs to know about? So yes, she's being nice to you because she feels obligated to not be rude to you. Then I just asked a personal question, which was, does she want to be, genuinely your friend? And then it said yes in that Empress card. I'm not really sure what the issue is, but maybe Spirit, you could put some light on that. The Divine Mother. The energy, the hot tub's too hot. Acceptance is the answer. I feel like it could very well also be that this person just might be feeling like you would take away some kind of attention from them. The only reason I say that is because they might be putting themselves in that Divine Mother energy, Divine Element energy, where, they want to have all that. They want to be the center of attention kind of energy. Spirit, can you give us a couple of cards on what she needs to know about why her friend is just acting like this in general? I think for so long that it's been something that, she might even just be somebody who could just be like I said, wants to be the center of attention in her life, wants to be with someone who is, somebody must be giving her some kind of attention that you gave her somewhere else. She could also very well be or have some kind of narcissistic tendencies in this Empress card. She might have been somebody who was a bit self-centered, and you might just be realizing it. This person could also be, somebody who might be a user. She uses people to her advantage to make her feel the way she needs to feel. And then when they've made her feel what she needs to feel, she moves on to the next person or the next thing to get the next rush that she's looking for in her life, because that's what gets her going. Well, I can only give you what Spirit, gives me for you. I was really good friends with somebody for many, many years, and then one day they just turned around and tried to kill me for no reason. So, and I would have never said anything like, it doesn't feel like they're crazy and would never try to kill me. And then one day it just happened, like out of nowhere for no reason. I've had several people who are my friends or people I thought that I could trust hurt me. I mean, look, someone I thought was a family friend for 25 plus years killed my mom. I mean, I understand what you're saying about it doesn't feel like that. But at the end of the day, that person was very narcissistic and only out to climb the ladder on each person's back that they could to get what they wanted. It seems like this person really is very focused on themselves and their lives right now. And anybody that's outside of that vortex is just going to be on the outside looking in. They may have also come into some kind of abundance in their life that they're not really willing to share with everybody in that Empress card. But you just never know with people. Do you feel like you're being a little bit too hard on yourself over her poor response? Because that's what it is. It's a poor, responsive reaction to you wanting to spend time with someone that you care about, who's your friend, who had a good response at one point in time and now has little to no response. What's going on with that precious? You okay? It can happen for no reason. It really can happen for no reason. Anything is possible. Just remember that. So what you're going to have to do is, now that you know a little bit about what the cards have told you tonight, you're going to just have to take some actions into your own hands and, get the answers that you need from her, the person that's your friend. Now, don't let people make you feel that you're incapable of friendship. You do just fine with people here at the channel that you talk to. Nobody feels that way about you at all, okay? You're totally capable of communicating with me, and we're friendly, okay? And people that you are just meeting, they're the ones that are incapable of true friendships. See, you're picking up on, am I just incapable? No. It's that people who are around you know that they're completely incapable. So friendship to many of them may be just, pick and choose, and those who that they can piggyback right off, they pick and choose. This is not your fault. What it is that many people are incapable of being a true friend because they never really knew how to be a true friend from the beginning. Oh, it died. Okay. Sadly, you can go from having a really great friendship with somebody to them being completely incapable of giving you the friendship you want. And a good example is, for instance, the person that I live with, that I told you, this is somebody who's one of my best friends. Okay, they've lived with my dad and I for years. And they're incredibly incapable of giving me the kind of friendship I want and need. And they're incredibly incapable of giving me the relationship that I want and need. So, A, we're not in a relationship like that, nor will we ever be. Okay. And B, our friendship though it is still intact, is intact through basic human respect for each other as friends, okay, and love, and the fact that we care for each other genuinely. All right, maybe he is incapable of giving me the friendship, that I would like to have with him. All right, and I'm not talking about relationship as boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm talking about, we get together a couple times a week, we have a drink, maybe we watch a movie, or, we play a game. That kind of stuff. But they're completely incapable of it. All right. Why? Because they are completely consumed by online video games. All right. The remote job that they work from home. Okay. And all the people that they'll never meet online when I'm right here, as a friend they could actually have, but they're not interested in that. So does that make me completely incapable of being a friend to them? No, not at all. But does that also make me completely incapable of just having friendships at all? No, not at all. Does it make me feel well, sure. If I hadn't been the person who, knows how to just, or has taught themselves to just let it go. It is what it is. And when I can hang out with that person or talk to them or communicate with them or take a few minutes to enjoy our day together, whether it's just a few moments or a few minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever somebody is capable of, okay, I can take, I that's good for me. Even if it's not the way it used to be, where we would spend hours together or days together or weeks together doing something fun and interesting together, like making artwork or traveling or going somewhere interesting or hiking, things like that. But there's also been a change in this person's life as well. I'm not sure what the change is. You're right. Something has changed. Okay. But once again, I can't figure out all your problems with your friends through tarot cards. Okay. And the cards can't do it for you either. All we can do as friends who know each other online is just ask the cards, ask spirit what you need to know about this person. Energy can change from day to day, moment to moment. All right. And we manifest things through our fears once again. So I don't really know what your fear level is right now in regards to your friendships being intact, your relationships being intact. You could be feeling very lonely, like I am feeling very lonely. So what that does to other people is that vibrationally turns them off. So they won't want to hang out with you, or they might not want to call you, or they might not want to chill out with you at that moment or time, or in that particular vortex of things during that month, that week, that year. We don't know what will vibrationally turn people off. But at the same time, we shouldn't be sitting around worrying about it, because I don't ever pick up anything that's vibrationally wrong with you while I am sitting here doing readings for you, picking up what's vibrationally wrong with other people that is affecting you. Like, am I just completely incapable of friendship? No, it's the people that you choose who either become or show them their true colors to you. Okay? She might be completely incapable of even being her own friend right now. We don't know. But like I said, you're going to have to go to her and say, I don't want to sound immature or rude or seem like I'm being a wuss or anything, but like, I really care about our friendship and this is how I've been feeling. But you don't want to do it in a text message. You don't want to do, you want to do it on the phone while talking to her and she can hear your voice. So when you asked the cookie thing, was that just a text message? So what happens when you call her on the phone? No more text messages to her. Do you understand me? You need to get her on the phone, voice to voice, no more of this texting bullshit. This is baby crap. Friends talk on the phone. That's for sure. She can't give you 5 minutes on the phone. Fuck her. I know that sounds rude. Now I'm going to turn into a rude bitch. Babe in total control of herself. Do you understand me? If this person doesn't have the fucking capacity to give you 5 minutes on the phone to talk about some fucking cookies, well, she can fucking choke on them. Do you fucking stand me? Because that's what friendship is about. They take 5 minutes to talk to you about some fucking cookies you made for them because you love them and they love you. I promise. I promise. You don't do calls? Well, you better start doing calls. Because if you want to keep having this as your friendships with no emotions, that's what you're going to keep getting, sugar. I promise. This whole text message thing is destroying friendships and the true authenticity of friendships, relationships, and love stories and life stories. You have got to stop texting and start picking up the phone and talking to someone on the phone and practice. Call me on the phone. Call me on the phone and practice on me before you go practice on your friends if you need to, okay? Because I'll tell you what, I could not have the capacity to continue a friendship where it was just always texting. I don't know how you do it. How do you do it? No, it is not easy for someone to avoid you talking to you on the phone. It is more easy for someone to avoid you through texting. Why? Because they don't have to hear the emotion in your voice. Okay? They don't have to hear the feelings in your voice. They don't have to hear how upset you are or how happy you are, or they don't have to care. Now, when you start using your voice, people have to start caring. So maybe there's an element and a capacity in you that is unwilling to do phone calls because you have a feeling or a thought or somebody put it in your mind that people avoid people on text and phones. Then why even text? Just start telepathically sending messages to each other. Do you want to hang out? Telepathically text me. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I thought about you today and you emailed me and your email popped up. And I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. And that's a sign right there. Everybody is you pushed out. When you are vibrationally matching up with somebody and they just pop up out of nowhere because they were thinking about you and you were thinking about them. I'm pretty sure this has happened to you a lot in your lifetime where you're thinking about somebody or you're talking about someone and they just pop up on a text message or they call you or they show up in an email. Well, yeah, the phone call is going to be just as avoidable as text messages. But that's what I'm saying. If somebody doesn't have the capacity to call you on the phone and have fun talking to you on the phone about boys, clothes, shopping, life, hair, nails, this is what it's about, girl. This is what friendship is about. Getting on the phone and talking to your girlfriends about who kissed the best and who fucking didn't. Okay, and talking the tea. And you should be enjoying shooting this shit on the phone with your bitches, okay? And if you're not, then maybe we need to change up some different things with your friendship style, your love style, and try some different things. It becomes easy to start avoiding what is true and authentic and should be healthy and happy and harmonious in your life because someone somewhere made you feel that it was easier to be avoided with texts and phones, when that has been the most normal way to communicate in the last 100 years. Before it was fucking pigeons. Could you fucking imagine if you had to like write a letter to somebody and you had to wait days, weeks, months to get a message back? You'd be going nuts. Let alone you can't even talk on the phone because phone wasn't invented yet, you know? So now people just abuse it, in my opinion. People just, they abuse each other using the phone, weaponizing the phone and the options and the glory it gives you to communicate better. And I just hate it. If she's going to avoid you in text messages, she's going to avoid you on phone. If she's not going to get on the phone with you and talk to you and give a fuck about your feelings, then maybe this is just not the friend for you. Yeah, she wants to be your best friend, but not on your terms, it seems. Only on her terms. So therefore, it's already showing me that, I mean, tomorrow Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow. I'm busy. You can throw the cookie treats at me tomorrow. She should have said, I'm available tomorrow at 4 p.m. Want to come by and we'll have cookies and tea? Tea time's at 4 p.m. traditionally. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, she could have been so much more progressive with you as a friend. I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine why anybody would want to avoid you. It doesn't make any sense. But, you know, my friend Molly has that problem a lot. She doesn't want to be a burden to anyone. She doesn't, you know, she's worried that she's going to get avoided. She just expects getting ghosted. She's like, I'm not going to hold my breath. You know, this kind of energy. And it's something that for years we've had to work through as friends, and, you know, me mentoring her and then like getting some readings and things like that. But she just kept pushing through all that bullshit that she felt about the phones, about communicating, about everything that she told herself that didn't serve her. Like, she just kept turning her back on it. And especially if someone didn't make her feel good about herself. So I think what's really happening is that you are just like any red-blooded American or human being from wherever they come from. You know, you want to have friends that make you feel good about yourself. You want to have friends that you can make feel good about themselves. You know, did you bake her cookies because you wanted to make her feel good about yourself, and it made you feel good about yourself to bake cookies for your friend? You know, or did you do it as a test to see if she even had the capacity like you do to make her feel good about herself? I would have said right then and there, I would have been like, well, I'm busy right now, but let's get together tomorrow. And I would have given you a time. I bet she hasn't even talked about tomorrow. But it seems like she only wants to be friends with you right now on her terms. You can't go back to the past and be like, it was like this. I don't know why it changed like this, because we're here right now. All right. And all you can do is just ask her, sweetheart. It's all you can do. Okay. Call her and leave her a voicemail and tell her like you want a time. And tell her what time you have available. I mean, if you want to do it in a text message, you can. But, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. Don't do anything that triggers you. But I'm telling you, getting used to getting on the phone with somebody might make you feel a lot better in your future about getting the tea. You deserve to have girlfriends that you talk to on the phone the way we talk here or talk in email. What's the point of having girlfriends? It's supposed to be fun. If it's not fun anymore, then find more people to have fun with, or find other people to have fun with. But this is what you do. You don't let her fuck around with your time. Do you understand me? Your time is precious. You've got, you know, men you want to entertain. You've got other women you want to entertain. You have a life that you want to entertain. So you tell her, hey, what time is good for you tomorrow? I've got this time, and that's all the time I've got to get you your cookies. Let me know what works for you. And this is going to be the test. This is the test. This is the test. This is the test. This is going to be the true test of your friendship. This is going to be the true test, even with guys that you might date in the future. If she keeps putting you off and not giving you a time, or making a time, let's get together at 4:00 on Sunday. Okay. And she can't show up, and she keeps pulling like your leg and keeps blowing you off. You know, you could just say, well, this is the time I have, 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. If you've got time between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. to get together for cookies, let me know. And no other time. Your way or fucking highway, sugar. Do you understand me? Because there are a whole lot of other people out there who would love to have you bake them cookies and treat them like a good friend. I promise. I'm sorry. I just think it's like pathetic that all she could do was like tomorrow to talk. Wonder why she was showing you her wedding photos. That's interesting. It's the Love Tarot, sweetheart. It's only a major arcana. And then the other one was the Liminal Space deck. So you could probably find the Love Tarot for about $30. It is a vintage set of cards. I'm not sure if they print it anymore. And the Liminal Space deck is incredibly rare. It could be worth up to $500. You might find it for $500 if you do find it. You might find it for cheaper. You might find a second edition somewhere too. Talking about makeup because she has to go to a wedding. Okay. So let's not jump to conclusions that she's a bad friend or that she, is not interested. Let's more find out what her capacity is to be respectful in regards to the fact that, okay, while she's not, she's not being rude, while she's being nice because she doesn't want to have to be rude. Yeah, true. But she doesn't want to have to be rude to you at all. She wants to be nice to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she has the capacity to genuinely be nice to you, but she also might be a little bit narcissistic. She might just be a little bit more into herself than you. She might just be a little bit more into herself than her husband. She just might be a little bit more into her compared to the rest. Okay? Well, there are so many wonderful card decks. I'm pretty sure you can find something. There's this card deck that I've been wanting to get, Metal Rain. It's like the fairies. It's like a little mini card deck, about $10 from Etsy. I'll find it tomorrow and I'll respond. And I'll check your emails and respond tomorrow when I get the chance. Okay? You don't even have to talk to her about this at all, sugar. You could just see how it pans out. Just see what happens. But now that you know a little bit more about what you need to know, just take it with a grain of salt. Because I'm telling you, the moment that I have told my friends, look, I care about our friendship, I just need to know that we're on the same page, everything got better and gets better. Maybe I don't hang out with my friend all the time like I'd like to, the friend that lives with me, right? But my friend's not going to let me down. He's going to pay my phone bill, and I'm going to, make sure he has food to eat. He's going to pay his rent, and I'm going to make sure that he has food to eat. I'm going to pay our rent, and he's going to make sure I have food to eat. We're going to make sure our bills are paid and that my dad's taken care of and the dogs are taken care of. I can trust him on that fact, to do his part. But it doesn't mean that if I sat down and said, hey, I baked you cookies, he's going to eat them or care. But that doesn't mean that he's not my friend or doesn't care about me. And yes, I baked him cookies and he didn't care. He didn't eat them. But that didn't mean that he didn't, care about me or care about the nice gesture. Does that make sense? But still, this person doesn't have the capacity to fulfill me the way many other friends could fulfill me emotionally as a friend. So, okay, he doesn't want to hang out. We'll go to a different friend. We'll go talk to someone else, or we'll entertain ourselves, I've spent like a lot of my life alone and reclusive, even though I'm not a reclusive person. I think being a thespian, I filled a lot of my time with, just creative stuff and spending it with my family, or anyone who had the time to spend it with me, whether it be online or offline, friends or family, the dogs. Little guy, what's going on with you? Did you eat? Or did they eat your food? So yeah, I think that at the end of the day, Sugar, I think anybody would be pleased to have you as a friend, and I would just take it easy. Like, just see what comes, see what happens. Enjoy what time you can have with whatever friend you do have, and try not to read too much into it. Don't accept cookies to mend friendships. Aw. Hey, Yang, how are you, sweetheart? I'm doing good, Yang. Well, I'll be around tomorrow. If you want to get a reading, just text me and we can do it privately if you want. You don't have to wait till I'm live. I'm doing okay. I've just been taking care of this little man because he got stuck to a pillow last Monday, and he just hasn't been right since. It's like he's terrified of everything and real clingy, and I don't know if being attached to the pillow was like he felt like he was being attacked by something, or he might have even like sprained some muscles or some joints because he's kind of walking a little bit funny, but mostly okay. He's eating fine, he's drinking fine, he's cuddling just fine. But it's like if I move him too fast, he starts crying. I don't know what's going on, but we'll probably go to the vet pretty soon. You know, I don't know how he got stuck to a pillow. He's got this little hut, and they come with these round little pillows for the dogs to lay in. And I guess there was like a frayed thread or something, and it got stuck to his paw, like his nail and his little thumb, and it's just so terrible. Poor little guy. So now that's all better a week later, but we're still just being a big baby. You want to go lay down? He's like, no, I just want to stay in your arms forever. Oh, God, he's so cute. So, yeah, Sugar, don't do anything that triggers you. Talk about the cookies if you want. Say, I baked you some cookies. You said tomorrow, let me know what time's good for you. These are the times that are good for me. Yeah, he's going to be okay. I'd be worried if, like, he was having a fever, he was not going for walks, not eating, not drinking, but he is. I'll probably give him a little bit of gabapentin here, a little bit. He seemed to have some kind of split in his nail where the thread was, but I'm wondering if it was just the thread spliced into his skin instead of his nail, but that's all better now. I'm not sure if it got like stuck on his skin or anything, but it was definitely stuck to his nail, so that probably didn't feel very good. But yeah, Sugar, keep me updated. I'll take your cookies any day and bake some and give them back to you. Feel free to call anytime, to talk to me on the phone. I think I gave you my number once. But yeah, you know, you don't feel comfortable talking on the phone because probably so many people have hurt you through the phone. So the phone's kind of become a trigger for you. So it's time to start getting healthy phone experiences again. He's going to be okay. He just turned 13. And he did get his yearly exam. He was fine. I do need to have his thyroid checked, but you know, there's just nothing that's really too off about the just the yelping. He moves a certain way and it hurts. Of course it's irritating to you. Of course it's irritating to you. You know how irritating it is to me when I have friends that do that to me? And I still have, hold on, I'm going to lay him down. I mean, I still have friends that are very good friends. And sometimes it'll take them a day to get back to me. Sometimes it'll take them weeks to get back to me. And it will irritate the shit out of me. People I've known most of my life. Can you imagine? It's like I have a sister. Maybe I haven't talked to her in years, but that doesn't mean we don't want to be sisters. I mean, we have talked like almost every day, but I mean, still, like there have been times when we've gone weeks, months, maybe even years and haven't seen each other, but we still loved each other. Same with friends. Like you're looking at a wall and talking about random things very few people enjoy talking to. I know, because it's like social media has lowered people's capacity to want to enjoy that kind of thing. And you seem to be the person that, you want to create harmonious, nostalgic moments in your life with people that you can remember and have good memories with and about. And you deserve that, sugar. Oh, good. Maybe he can just stay drunk at his mom's house forever. Not trying to be rude, but I have friends who know how rough it is for me, and they have, the means to help me make my life better, and they don't. And instead, they're talking about how great their life is and how much better their life is than mine, and telling me about all the things that they're buying or places they're going and the things they're doing, and not including me. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I have to enjoy what I'm experiencing with the friends that I care about. Okay, and it makes me feel joy to experience their joy, even if I'm not there experiencing it with them. I've learned to enjoy what I am experiencing and be joyful for those friends who are having joyful experiences that they want to share with me. Do you see what I'm saying? Instead of that bitch, she went and did that and didn't even include me. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just can't get too deep down the rabbit hole wondering why I didn't get invited or asked to have that experience. All I can do is just be grateful that they wanted to experience something like that and share it with me. Or they ask me an opinion of what they should buy or get, and have that experience and that joy with them, instead of, you know what I'm saying? Is Sugar the one that likes tall men? I think we all like tall men. Any guy is going to be tall to me because I'm only 5'4". So, I mean, unless he's 5'4" or 5'5" or 5'6". But yeah, I know what you feel like, Sugar. Like, you spend so much time giving someone your best, and then you start feeling like you're talking to a wall. I've been through that with several people who are like some of my bestest friends, including my friend that I live with. Okay, I'm going to turn the REM pod off because I am going to go to bed here in a little bit unless somebody wants to get a reading. Because I am pretty tired and I got to get up early. So keep me updated, sugar. Yeah, you can get a hold of me tomorrow. I'll be around. And that'll rain. I'll respond to you tomorrow with, what was I going to respond with? I was going to look at her music thing, go through that other episode, and I was going to send you something. What was I going to send you? Fuck. Do you remember what was I going to do? Was I going to send something in an email? What was it? Oh, I know what I was going to send over. That fairy deck that I want to get from Etsy that I was going to look for. Yeah. That card. Remember you said you wanted to get her a new deck. It's only $10, so I'll send you the link. I'll look for it tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna do a free collective message. I'm gonna go 9-9. It's got to be up early in the morning. I've got a lot of stuff to do before Molly comes to visit me for my Halloween birthday on Thursday. I don't really know what we're gonna do other than she is having a Ouija board delivered to my home tomorrow. So we'll have the Ouija board, we'll have the spirit box, we'll do Estes method, we're going to do a ghost tour. I don't know, I don't really know what time they'll be or when they'll be. If you miss them, you miss them. If you don't miss them, you don't miss them. You can always come back and watch and leave comments and tell us, what part of our show you liked the best or didn't like the best, and, or what we could add. I know that on Thursday, we hope to do Estes method, and hopefully it'll be in the graveyard, and hopefully we'll do a Ouija board in the graveyard. Probably we'll try it here at the home, but we'll probably also try both at over by where the actual tombstones for the founders are still up. Spirit, what do we need to know about now and the not too distant future? All of us, maybe people who came in tonight, got a reading, didn't get a reading, maybe people who find us when we're not live. Yeah, I'm not even sure what time Molly comes in on Thursday. She said she was going to try to get a different flight that was earlier for Thursday morning. I know she'll be here Thursday and Friday, so that should be fun. It won't just be only here for 12 hours, then has to peace out. Kind of hoping to make maybe some extra money this week. Maybe we can go actually to the botanical garden and do something. Or maybe we can actually go to some of these houses around here and do an actual tour. Spirit, what do we need to know about tonight and tomorrow, the not too distant future? What do we need to know, Spirit? Okay, so maybe Spirit doesn't want a card from that deck. Let's get Liminal Space deck going and see if there's anything out of here that we got a message from. Usually I like to do these cards with a direct message from Spirit. Okay, so believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. And it's got everything that you'd ever want on the card from Adobe Photoshop. Layer 1, 2, 3, 4. File, edit, layer, image, filter. So interesting. And what's the card on the bottom of the deck? Oh, water has memory. You know how important it is to always save on Adobe Photoshop. Water has memory. So believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. Water has memory. Spirit, what do we need to know about this message? So, we are mostly made up of water. And though water is not living, we are very much alive. But even if water, like a snowflake, it's time to make good memories. What are the memories that you want to make? Not everything that we hear and see is true. But, and I think that's very true. Sometimes the things that we see and feel and hear, you know, can warp our sense of, even memories can do the same thing. I mean, look how Sugar's feeling about the phone. Eye for an eye and quite desperation. So Spirit, I feel like Spirit's saying, put the hurt, the vengefulness, the desperation away. If you've been feeling kind of lost, you know, just accept, you know, that it is what it is, and start making good memories. And take what good memories you have with you and put behind you the memories that don't serve you, you know. Believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. I'll let you guys use your own intuition to let your thoughts, yeah, beware, nostalgia. It's like you guys want to make good moments, good memories, have and create nostalgic moments again and again and again, but beware of the nostalgia that doesn't serve you, because it can ruin your life. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you for the 7 likes. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the donations. Keep me updated with your stories. Metal Rain, I'll contact you tomorrow and send those cards over and check out the emails and check out Ileana's music. Jazzy Dreamer, thanks so much for coming by and hanging out and liking the live and subscribing. Sugar, thank you so much for your donation. Please keep me updated about your situation. I'll always be your friend. Yang, let me know what you want to do tomorrow about your reading. I'll text you to check up on you tomorrow too. Kimberly, thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. Maria, I hope you're sleeping well. Thank you so much for your donation tonight, Maria, as well. Let's see who else came by. Oh, Sophie came by. Thank you so much, Sophie, for coming by. And thank you so much, Mojo, for coming by as well. It was good to see all of you tonight. Thank you so much. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, 3, 6, and 9, the goose drank wine. So we'll just have to see what happens tomorrow. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming by. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Kalanita. Music is sacred. Bye.